What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and welcome to yet another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week, where you, the fans, get to pick what dinosaurs that I showcase from my collection. And before we start taking a look at all of your requests, I want to say thank you to everyone that left me the happy birthday notes on last week's video. I really appreciate it, and that's very kind of all of you. But as you can see, I did get a lot more requests again, so I'm sure we're gonna have some awesome dinosaurs to take a look at today. So let's go ahead and check out what all of you picked for this week's episode. So to start off, the first request we have here is from Jawa Labard, and this is the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Dino Escape Roar Attack Kentrosaurus, and this one is a pretty unique figure and a really cool one in my opinion. We didn't get many stegosaurid dinosaurs of this size, so I really like this one, and it was featured in the Camp Cretaceous show, which makes it really cool. I'm actually not sure if the sounds still work on this one. We'll see. Looks like they do work. Very cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Kentrosaurus and its 3 levels of sound. So this is a pretty fun figure and a nice one to start this week's episode off with. And now the next request we have here is from Spino, and this is the Jurassic World Dino Escape Roar Attack Metriacanthosaurus, and this one is a pretty cool figure. He's got a little bit of a funny looking head, but it's unique to me, so I still really like it. And just like the Kentrosaurus we looked at, it's got 3 levels of sounds. Very cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Metriacanthosaurus and of course its 3 levels of sounds, which is pretty awesome. I do like this Metriacanthosaurus because it's got a decently realistic paint job, as most of you can see, and it's just a pretty solid figure and a cool little carnivore to have in the collection. And I do like, with the 3 levels of sound, how the mouth also progressively gets wider and makes it look more vicious. I think it's a super cool feature to this toy and makes it one that is fun to have in the collection. And now the next request here is from Ash Edits, and we've got the Hammond Collection Velociraptor Delta from Jurassic World. And this is one of the newest, if not the newest, Velociraptor from the Hammond Collection that we have gotten, and it is not a disappointment. They definitely updated the head sculpt from the earlier Raptors they got, so it makes it look a lot nicer. And of course, this figure has a really nice paint job, some pretty cool glass eyes, and amazing articulation, as is standard with all the Hammond Collection. And then look at that, we get another pretty good look at Velociraptor Delta on the side. And then when we look on the back of the box, again, we get more looks at Velociraptor Delta and how you can pose her, and actually a good look at her glass eye. So this is another really awesome figure, and I'm always super happy when we get more Hammond Collection figures, because that is my favorite toy line from Mattel that they've released so far. And now the next request here is from Stivarn and Jurassic Universe, and this is one of the rarest Jurassic toys of all time. This is the Jurassic Park Series 2 Carnotaurus Demon, and any of you that are collectors of Jurassic toys, you know how special this figure is, especially having it mint in box like this. And this is one of my absolute holy grails of my collection. As you can see, this Carnotaurus is looking awesome. It's got that classic soft real feel skin from Kenner. And when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at our Demon Carnotaurus and its capture gear, how to squeeze its dino neck to open its attacking jaws, and its battle damage, which is super cool. And again, I always love how Kenner depicts a realistic scene on the back of their boxes. I think it's really awesome. But this is always a good request to make of a toy, because this is one of the rarest Jurassic toys of all time and one of the most valuable and special ones in my collection. And now here is another request from Jurassic Cashman, and this is the Lost World Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex Junior T-Rex, which is a very iconic toy to me because this is a special one from my childhood. I probably had 10 of these Junior Rexes loose when I was a kid that I used to play with, but I always loved this figure because you could break the T-Rex's leg, put the repair cast on, and the muzzle, just like they did in the Lost World Jurassic Park. And then when we look at the back of the box, you get a look at the Junior T-Rex with, of course, its cast and muzzle on, which is really cool. They probably shouldn't have taken the muzzle off in the movie so that the T-Rex didn't come and push their trailers off of the cliff, but this is such a fun and iconic toy, and one that is really special to any vintage collector or anyone that's just a fan of the old Jurassic Park Kenner toys. And now here is another request from Bein' Ballers, and this is the Jurassic World Dominion Extreme Damage Tyrannosaurus Rex, and this is a pretty cool figure that adds a pretty cool feature. You press this button back here to expose the extreme damage, which is pretty cool. And unlike some of the other sculpts of this T-Rex, it doesn't have the button up on the top to open the jaw, but you can open it anyways with your hands to get that nice wide mouth open, which is really cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another look at our extreme damage Rex and its double-sided damage, which is really awesome. Now this one has a pretty cool paint job that makes this T-Rex look a little menacing. So even though this one is a repaint / retool, it is still a pretty cool toy to have. And now we have another request here from Mega World, and this is the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Nasutoceratops as seen in battle at Big Rock. This is such a unique figure and one of my favorite toys that was released in the whole Dino Rivals toy line. This Nasutoceratops has a really awesome sculpt, a cool paint job, and some pretty cool features. We got a button on the back here that whips the tail, and then a button in front of it that gets some nice head ramming action, which is pretty awesome. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another look at our Nasutoceratops, its tail strike, and its head strike. And of course, it comes with an awesome collector card like all of the different dinosaurs from the Dino Rivals toy line do. But this is a super cool figure and one of the more rare ones from the Dino Rivals toy line. So with all that being said, I'm super happy to have this one in the collection. And now the next request right here is from Lee Sam McCarthy, and this is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Roarivores Pteranodon, and this is the first Pteranodon figure that we did get from Mattel. Even though this one got repainted so many times, this is one of my favorite paint jobs that we got from it over the years, and it's got a pretty cool feature with the wing flapping action with sounds. You can kind of just get those wings flapping. Sounds don't work too great because, of course, again, like I've talked about, the Mattel batteries don't last too long in these figures. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Pteranodon and how to push the button for sound and wing flapping action. Now, this may not be the craziest figure ever, but this was the start of all the different Pteranodon figures that we got from Mattel, so it makes this one just a little bit more special. And now the next request we have here is from Godzilla Fire Burn, and this is the new Jurassic World Lego Dinosaur Missions Allosaurus Transport Truck, and this is from Jurassic World Chaos Theory, which is really cool. Again, this is a pretty cool Lego set, and I really like the Allosaurus, and I kind of like the transport truck and everything it comes with. When we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at what this Lego set's actually about. We see our Allosaurus here, we see some of our different campers from Chaos Theory, and then we see the giant transport truck and how the Allosaurus can be put into it, which is pretty cool, and it even comes with this little drone thing right here. Now, I don't really build any of my Legos because I don't have time for that, and I like keeping them in the box like this so we can't see the toys too close, but as you can see, this is still a really cool Lego set and one that I'm very happy to have in the collection. Now, the next request we have right here is from Brian Campos, and this is the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Extreme Chompin' Spinosaurus. And any of you that know me know that I am a huge fan of all these Mattel Spinosaurus toys that they've made, and this one is no exception. I absolutely love the sculpt on this figure, and I do love the paint job as well. And of course, I love the Extreme Chompin' feature. Look at that. I love how the tongue wiggles, and I love how wide that Spinosaurus mouth gets. I think it is super, super cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Extreme Chompin' Spinosaurus and its gigantic bite, which is super, super sweet. Again, these Mattel Spinosauruses that they have made have been some of my favorite releases from all of the Jurassic Mattel toys, and this one is no exception, and one that I am super, super happy to own. And now the next request we have here is from Luca17 Dino, and this is the Jurassic World Epic Evolution Gigantic Trackers Neo Venator, and this is a pretty cool and unique carnivore. It's got a really interesting sculpt and a super interesting paint job and some pretty cool features. Look at this. So the head can actually go up and down. Oh, it's a little stiff, but then the mouth starts going and the jaws go, which is pretty cool. And then I think you can actually kind of lift these up, the spines on the head, and then press them back down, which is an interesting feature. It looks pretty cool with the spines up like that. But of course, this is a pretty interesting looking dinosaur. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Neo Venator and its rampage attack, which is really cool, and how it can be evolved for battle. So this is a pretty interesting figure and one that is really fun to have in the collection. And now here is yet another request from Dino Benjamin, and this is for the Hammond Collection Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, and everyone really seems to love this figure, myself included, because of the beautiful sculpt, paint, articulation, just everything about it. I mean, this Giganotosaurus is the ultimate apex predator of a toy, as all of you can see. And then we get a good look at our Giganotosaurus on the side there, and then looking on the back of the box, we get a real good look at our Giganotosaurus and a pretty cool look at some of its articulation and that glass eye, which is super, super menacing and awesome. But this is just an absolutely incredible figure, and maybe just the best Hammond Collection figure that has come out to date. So this is one that everyone definitely needs to have in their collection. Now, the next request that we have here is from Shadow MM, and this is the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Tanaconda, which is a Tanystropheus with an Anaconda mixed genes, which is super, super cool. I mean, look at this wild, vibrant figure. Comes with capture gear as well, and it has a bendy neck, so you can put the Tanaconda into any position of posability. And then when we look at the back, we get another look at our Tanaconda and how it's a hybrid of the Tanystropheus and the Anaconda put together, which is really, really awesome. And for any of you that know me, you know Chaos Effect is my favorite toy line of all time, and this one is no exception to that. This is just an awesome figure. Again, it's just a really cool sculpt, a fun figure with some vibrant colors, which makes it super awesome to have in anyone's collection. And now we got another request here from Erwin Goji, and this is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Real Feel Mosasaurus, and this is the first giant Mosasaurus toy that we ever got, which makes it really, really cool. It's got the soft Real Feel skin, as y'all can see, and I always love the packaging on this Mosasaurus. The way that they put a cardboard shark right where its mouth is opening is super cool, and the way the water splashes up, I really love how they did that. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a pretty cool look at the Mosasaurus and just how long it is. 28 inches long, which is extremely long. And then there's another area back here to feel that Real Feel skin of the Mosasaurus. Now, while this one did get repackaged and repainted quite a few times, this is the original iteration of it, so that does make this version a little bit more special to me. Now, the next request we have here is from DJ Harrington, and here is the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Thrasher T-Rex, which is one of my favorite toys of all time and one of the absolute rarest in my collection. Any of you that know about Chaos Effect know how rare this toy is, so I'm so super happy to have it. And as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Chaos Effect Thrasher T-Rex, which is super sweet. This is just such an awesome figure and honestly a holy grail in my collection. Now we've also got the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Velociraptorix, which is also really cool. This one is a hybrid of an Archaeopteryx and a Velociraptor, and it's got a really cool sculpt and paint job, and look, the sounds still work. Oh wait, no, it's the leg, sorry. That is so cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Velociraptorix, which is awesome. Again, Jurassic Park Chaos Effect is my favorite toy line of all time, so these last two toys that we just looked at are very special to me. Now, the next request we have here is from Tristan B. Plays, and this is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Extreme Chompin' Spinosaurus, and this one is the same sculpt as the Spinosaurus we looked at earlier in the video, but this one is a little bit more of an accurate paint job to Jurassic Park 3. It's still got that awesome sculpt that I love, and that really cool Extreme Chompin' feature with that tongue that gets going. I just really love that about this Spinosaurus. And then on the back of the box, of course, we get another good look at our Spinosaurus and its gigantic bite. But again, like I always say about these Mattel Spinosaurus toys, they are some of my favorite toys and sculpts that Mattel has ever released. Something about these just really hits my soft spot. I don't know if it's just because I'm a big Spinosaurus fan, or maybe it's just because these figures are awesome, or more than anything, it's probably a combination of both, but these are just such awesome toys for anyone's collection. Now, the next request we have here is from Ezekiel Clark, and this is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Apatosaurus, which is another beautiful yet awesome sauropod. As you can see on here, this thing is 41 inches long, and then we look at the other side of the box, we get another pretty good look at our Apatosaurus. But I've really loved all these different sauropod figures that Mattel has made. These are just dream toys for me, especially from my childhood, because we never saw sauropod toys that were in scale with the rest of the figures we had, so that makes this Apatosaurus and the other sauropods released really special. And now we've also got the Jurassic World Dino Trackers Gigantic Tracker Stegosaurus, and this one is the same sculpt that we've gotten for the Stegosaurus quite a few times, but it has this pretty cool white paint job, which I really like, and a pretty cool tail whipping action feature, as y'all can see. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Stegosaurus. It's side to side attack, it's up and down attack, and the tracking gear it comes with. I really love the inclusion of the tracking gear that you can see back here. I think it just gives this figure and a lot of the other Dino Tracker toys a little more flair. And now here is another request here from Rebecca D. This is the Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dual Attack Allosaurus as seen in Battle at Big Rock. And this one is very unique, just like the Battle at Big Rock Nizzutoceratops that we looked at earlier in the video. I love the paint job on this one, and it is a unique sculpt for the Allosaurus that we haven't gotten any other times from Mattel. And it's got some pretty cool features like arms going here and then mouth going there, which is pretty cool. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Allosaurus and its chomp and slashing action, which is pretty sweet. And then of course it comes with the collector card like all of the different Dino Rivals toys do. Now, since this one is a Battle at Big Rock figure like the Nizzutoceratops, it is a little bit more rare and one of the more valuable ones from the Dino Rivals toy line. So with that being said, I'm super happy to have it here in my collection. And now the next request here is from Joshua Figuero, and this is the Hammond Collection Velociraptor Blue from Jurassic World. And this one, just like Delta, has the exact same sculpt, but does have a really nice paint job and really good articulation. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another pretty good look at Velociraptor Blue, some of the poses you can make, and the glass eye that a lot of these Hammond Collection figures have now, which is really, really awesome. I'm just a super big fan of the Hammond Collection in general. I love how they made a little bit more collector-oriented line to all of us Jurassic fans, and they've made some stuff that we just cannot be grateful for enough, and this Hammond Collection Blue is definitely one of those. I'm sure we'll get the rest of the Raptor squad soon, but I'm super happy to look at Velociraptor Delta earlier, and now Hammond Collection Velociraptor Blue right here. And now here is another request from Adam Dino Adventures, and this is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Battle Damaged Triceratops. And this one is pretty cool because this is one of the smallest sculpts that we've gotten for a Triceratops figure, and this one only got repainted one time in the Primal Attack Battle Damage line, so it does make this figure a little unique. And then of course it has its boom battle damage, as y'all can see. Nothing too crazy about it, but still a pretty fun little feature. When we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our green Triceratops here and how to activate the battle damage. So this is not too crazy of a figure, but it is still fun. It's actually got rubber horns here. I guess they did that so that kids can't poke their eyes out, which is probably a smart move by Mattel, but I do like this green paintway on this Triceratops, and even though it is small and not very accurate to size with the rest of the toys, it is still a fun little figure. And now the next request here is from Jurassic 99, and here is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex pack, and it comes with the Buck T-Rex, as we can see, just like you were asking for. This is a really cool set and one of my favorite Legacy Collection ones that we got, because not only do we get this awesome buck with the really cool chomping, but we get its baby as well. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a good look at the chomping action of our T-Rexes here, which is really, really sweet. I love this set. I wish they would do even more Lost World sets like this because there's just so many different things to explore. But this Buck T-Rex here is really, really cool and a fun toy for anyone to have in their Jurassic collection. Now, the next request here is from Rodrigo Juarez, and this is for my Prime 1 Studios 1/15th scale Mosasaurus statue. This is such an incredibly big and beautiful piece. As all of you can see, the water literally looks translucent and makes it look real as the Mosasaurus is popping out. And then of course I have the extra version, which comes with the shark in the mouth, but this just depicts such an awesome scene from Jurassic World, and this is definitely one of my favorite statues in my collection, not just because of the realism, but just how incredible this thing looks and the presence that it has in my collection. I would take a look at the Funko Pop Therizinosaurus like you requested, but unfortunately it is boxed away, so it's a little bit hard for me to get to. And now the last request here is from Shadow Raptor, and it is an awesome request because here is my Queen Studios life-size Velociraptor Beta, my newest epic addition to my collection. I mean, what can I say about this thing? It literally looks like it is alive, from the glass eyes all the way down to every wrinkle in the skin. The base is incredible. Just everything about this piece is absolutely immaculate and makes you feel like you have a real living dinosaur in your collection. So I am super ecstatic to have this here. This is something that I've waited a very long time to get, and now that it is here in my collection, I will cherish it for the rest of time. Thank you everyone for tuning in to another episode of Dinosaurs of the Week. It's always super fun with me to showcase all of your requests so that we can make sure that we get the exact content that all of you like to see. And of course, if you would like to drop a request for next week's video, then let me know down in the comments below so that I can feature you in the next episode. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.